71 years old. I'm doing this program at the moment. I'm in Newport Beach, California, about an hour south of Los Angeles. I spent most of the last 31 years living in Asia, running a charity that I started in 1989. My father in New Jersey planted the seeds of it, and one day I just decided to do it. And over these years, we've raised close to $3 million. Gone to I've been to 66 countries, but mostly focused in Asia. So currently, we're working in 11 countries, and we do all kinds of things. It's mostly children and mothers, some of the elderly. We do scholarships, we do medical treatment, heart surgeries, wheelchairs. I've gone to places like Indonesia after their big tsunami and earthquake in 2004. Afghanistan after the war. Well, the war continued, but there was a break 2004, 5, and 6. And I go traveling and I look for somebody local who's honest, speaks English and the local language, who's smart, experienced, clever. And then they take me to where, somebody's roof fell in, or somebody needs food for the winter, or a kid needs shoes for school, whatever the need is. We've helped Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, atheists, doesn't matter. I actually helped change a woman's life for $1, saved her life back in 1989. This was in Tibet, and she had a terrible infection in her ear, actually. And she was uneducated. She didn't know why she was in pain. And I took her to an ear specialist. This was in northern India. And he diagnosed her, and he said, he gave a prescription. We went to the pharmacy, and it was $1 for a dozen antibiotics, and it definitely saved her life. Then we spent $30 on a hearing aid. So that was actually the first person I ever helped, and that was an eye-opener for me. Oh, I said, you could work at McDonald's and be a philanthropist over here, because the disparity in income. They would say to me, "You're rich." I'd say, "No, I'm not." I thought they were talking Bill Gates rich. They meant, no, you can fly here. You're rich. People who wanted to do their own project. And I give them their first 100 or $200, and I train them, and I show them how it's done, and off they go. So there's been about a dozen people started their own projects.
That's awesome. Then that's what I was going to ask. How many? I mean, what would you call yourself? I mean, you're not a missionary, right?
I call myself, to keep it simple, a social worker.
A social worker.
Yeah, that's fine. That works. Yeah. Humanitarian, it's a little highfalutin, But anyway, it's really social work. It's using resources. The principle is the same as a social worker here helping someone get food stamps, except I'm raising the money myself, and I report back to my donors. You see my website there. Mm-hmm. And so when people donate, usually it's for the general fund. And then once a year, I send a newsletter or a video or something like that. And recently, somebody said, can you help young girls in India so they don't get trafficked to brothels? And I have a contact for that. So my contact there goes to the home and say, listen, we want to keep your girl in school longer. And keep her all the way to graduate from high school. And then when she is educated, she can help you when you're old, to the parents. She'll make a better income. And so if a person has a particular purpose, I can usually fulfill that.
You had said the website, 100friends.org. You do take donations there.
Yeah.
Now, when you're first starting your social work, how did you get donations? Just, I mean, you can feel free to call me an idiot, Mark. Obviously, you asked.
No. It's a very good question. It's a very good question. The first time I went, I didn't know that I was going to start this. I just knew there was something out there, and I used my own money, which I had about $1,000 to work with, and that was helping a lot of people. Yeah,
and like you said, you can live as a king pretty much anywhere except the United States.
Well, or Europe, or modern countries.
Sure.
But that woman, there's a woman, I saved her life for a $1 antibiotic, and $30 got her a hearing aid. So that's a hell of a lot for $31. Okay, so for hundreds of years, for Tibetans to get water in the rural areas, they had to walk miles, even in the winter. Those are water cans.
Oh, okay.
So I got together with some other people with a little bit of money, and on the right is a ditch with a backhoe was built to lay pipe. So instead of them having to walk for hours to get water to bring back home, now they got a pipe to supply water.
So the water comes to them.
As the water comes to them.
Mark, thank you so much for your time. This was
I'm happy to do it. I would do it again in the future sometime.
Good, because I've got your email address, and there's a good chance that I will reach out to you, because that was really interesting. And I do understand that we haven't even scratched the surface of your 30 years there. So
thank you for doing this, Jamie.
Yeah, it was my pleasure. I truly appreciate it. Your website is 100friends.org. So people can go there, check it out, see what you've done, check out your blog, your pictures. Feel free to make a donation. Obviously times are a little tight everywhere. But it is maybe encouraging to know that we might look at a $10 bill and say, well, what good is I can't even get a proper dinner. And yet, by donating that, it really can do wonders